So let me talk about the coupled people, because it seems to me like you and another person that you're in a relationship with, you're trying to decide where to take the relationship. I feel like this is a an established couple, okay, an established couple. So we have here the Queen of Coins and the King of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles. So this denotes to me like a couple that has had possibly living together, has joint assets together, have been together for quite some time, where they know each other's likes and dislikes, they know each other's quirks, okay? So I feel like we have an established relationship that's coming into the picture here. Or and I feel like you've been with each other for a few years. You might be living together at this point, and you're trying to decide which direction to go. And I feel like this is coupled up with the star. So, you know, either person could be you, but I feel like you or your partner might be in a position where you want more out of life. You're looking at you're looking at, not that you're, you know, looking around for other opportunities to date, but it's more like you want out more out of life. You feel a little bit stuck in your present predicament, okay? And so a lot of you are kind of like, is this the right person for me? Is this going, on the one hand, I feel like you do really love each other, but you're trying to look at the bigger picture and you're trying to decide whether or not this person is the right one for you, whether or not you're meant to be together, like long term, to get married, to, you know, have children, settle down. And I feel like there's a little bit of an energy of cold feet, and I don't usually see this for earth signs overall, and especially not for you, because you're very deliberate with the things that you're doing and you don't invest unless you know it's going to pan out. But I do feel an energy of a little bit of cold feet. It's almost like you're not really sure whether or not you're with the right person. I do feel that you love them. I do feel there's a sense of comfort and familiarity in the relationship. But I do sense as well, you do want more out of life. You won't feel a little bit stuck right now. And you also feel like this relationship is somewhat stagnant as well. And so you're trying to decide, okay? I still feel, though, they're saying there's a lot of healing that needs to take place, okay? There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of just inner work that needs to take place in this relationship. So that could also, you know, be you or your partner. The foundation here indicates a something that you are coming into the month of March with the knowledge about. So we have here this earth sign person. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. But either way, I feel this is your relationship partner. They might be in a position where their mood is fluctuating. Okay, so they might be dealing with some sadness, grief, or a little bit of melancholy for this month. And we have as well the hangman, and this also indicates some type of I'm seeing like illness. I'm seeing some emotional fluctuations as a result of worries about health, worries about something that is internal. So this is what I call like the MRI card, where you have to go through, you know, like go under a machine and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with your body. So I feel like somebody in your environment, especially in your romantic life, might be dealing with this melancholy and feeling almost as if they're bound to a situation and they're not really sure how to proceed. So I do feel a lot of you are very concerned about your partner, and it seems like you want to approach your partner and you want to ease their pain. Like if they're sad or if they're just feeling a little bit more detached, you want to reach out to them, but for some reason they're not very receptive. So they might need a lot of space this month. It's just the normal ebb and flow of life, you know. And I feel like if you're with an earth signs actually, they need a lot of time to themselves too. So they like to tinker with stuff on their free time. And if this is a male earth sign that you're dealing with, I feel like he needs, regardless of whatever gender you are, if this is a male partner that you're dealing with, he needs to be, you know, in his den, tinkering with things, fixing things, dithering with things. So I feel like that's where he goes when he's a little bit stressed out. So I feel like you need to give him that alone time. Okay. So, I feel like you like to talk about problems when they come up. He seems to me to be a little bit more reserved. He or she seems to me to be a little bit more reserved. So if you're the Virgo dating another earth sign specifically, I feel like he or she needs a lot more space, and you have to be respectful that, you know, they're not pushing you away. They just need their space to sort through some things, and they do it best when they're physically engaged doing some type of tinkering. So just leave them to their, you know, their den and let them figure things out. You can bring food by, I guess, and I know you guys like doing that. So leave them alone, okay? Leave them alone for this month. Things will be okay. They just need to sort through some things in their own lives, okay? Aside from that, what we have here is, first of all, for those of you who are newly single, you might have recently separated from somebody else and you're still dealing with this a little bit of, you know, separation pains and heartache associated with that. And they're telling you, on the one hand, you feel like this might have been the one. You felt like it could have, you know, led to marriage. There might have been an engagement that kind of got disbanded, or there might have been, you know, a marriage that got disbanded. So I definitely feel like there's some residual pain and heartache here for those who have recently separated. And we have as well the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So this was a situation where you thought it was going to, you know, go the distance. And with the separation card and the Seven of Cups, I'm almost feeling like you're not in the mood to be dating. You're not in the mood to, you know, branch out and see other people just yet because you're still nursing this heartache. So either way, if that's the case, there needs to be a lot of healing here, okay? So the month of February might have been the major healing process. And coming through for this month, you're waiting on to see whether or not they're going to be coming back. You're waiting to see whether or not you should reach out to them. So I see you kind of like darting back and forth. Should I or shouldn't I? And my advice here is they want to be left alone at this present moment. So if you have recently broken up, don't overthink it, okay? Leave the time to yourself to mourn and to forget as well. Because if you keep ruminating over it, it makes it so much harder for you to move on. So I feel like for those who are newly single, just broken up, you're not in the position to be dating yet. And you might be thinking, okay, I should put myself out there, but I don't feel that you're ready. And when we put ourselves out there and we're not completely ready, it can also be a major turnoff too for the people that we're interacting with, because we're going to lug our emotional baggage into, you know, new encounters, which is not a good thing. Okay, so just be careful about that. I'm sensing for some of you here in relationships as well, there might be, you know, little snippets of outbursts. So like snippets of somebody, I feel like somebody is very moody, like you are a partner, and I feel like it might be coming from a partner. Somebody is like, for some reason, I see mobility is restricted. So it seems almost as if somebody might not have a car, and then one partner has to drive the other person around. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because, you know, in sickness and in health, we need to be respectful of, you know, that they're, when we sign up for a relationship, we want to be present in bad times and good times. But I feel like somebody's getting frustrated because of somebody's lack of initiative, or, you know, somebody's mobility is restricted. And I feel like this is just a minor bump in the road. I feel like, you know, there might have been a lot of just little bickering here and there in the past, but it's all, you know, in a good spirit. So I feel like you're going to come out of this unscathed. So it might just be like another argument, a recurring thing, a recurring theme in a relationship, and you're going to come out of it unscathed. So don't use it as like, oh, you know, he or she is breaking up with me. I feel like it's going to come back together. Okay. So just be careful about that. And especially don't let it escalate, because I feel like it could lead to, you know, severe misunderstandings. Okay. So just be very careful about the way you communicate with the other person. Especially give them a lot of space, because I feel like they need that space. And sometimes they might just, you know, they just need to be by themselves. And I feel like you want to talk things out. You want to, you know, hey, what's wrong? Is there anything I can do? And I feel like they just want to be a little bit, just, they want to cocoon themselves off, and they just want to be alone. All right. In the past position, we have as well the Strength card and the Six of Wands. The Strength card and the Six of Wands basically means that a lot of time, you and your partner, there has been a lot of time devoted to career advancement and taking care of other people. Okay, so this can be family members. This can be taking care of people in your work environment, working very long hours in order to get the success and the accolades that you need. Okay, you or your partner can both be very involved in the process of building your public image, building your career. And I do see a lot of like neglecting your health or neglecting the health of the relationship, because you were so focused on your public image and your career. Not that it's a bad thing. I feel like you were in high demand. You were busy. Your partner might have also been very busy. And now that whole process has been achieved. Now you're in a very good standing. I feel like the time right now is to focus on your relationship. Okay. So you got to take it easy this month and focus on the things that matter to you. So I feel like there might be, once again, that image about idle hands. I feel like you're not as busy. And I feel that you need to catch up on sleep. You need to catch up on like house maintenance, washing dishes, doing laundry, doing major cleanup in your entire house. Because I feel like the relationship and also the housing situation might have been neglected for the past few months. So it's really important to catch up. In terms of like singles and dating, I don't see, solid prospects here. I feel like there might be an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or even an Aquarius person that you are thinking about. And you're just kind of like, does this person like me? They're very popular. Do I have enough like good redeeming qualities for them to want to date me, for example? So I feel like you're thinking heavily about another person, but everything is very like, thought based. It's like you're thinking heavily about them, but there's no contact. It's like you're not showing them your intentions. And I feel like some of you are just very shy and you're waiting for the other person to make a move. And I'm sensing like, a lot of you might be coveting, like thinking heavily about like either an Aquarius female or like an earth sign female that you're very interested in, and you've been hurt before too. So you're not ready yet just to make this move, okay? If it is that another earth sign or an Aquarius that you're thinking about, they are really urging you that the time is not right now, okay? I feel like the time, yeah, they're going to be overcoming some challenges in their own lives, and then they're going to be ready. So I feel like, keeping things platonic for the time being is going to be good, because I feel that you want to get to know them a little bit more before you state your intentions.